Hail and well met, 'tis I bard, pronouns they, them, she, her, welcoming you, yes you, to the Mad Realm. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over my experiences at AdeptiCon 2026, my second year at AdeptiCon. Now, I'm not going to be giving you anecdotes about my experiences or going through a traditional vlogger day-to-day style, but more so just giving you my general experiences as a convention goer, artist, and person who absolutely loves miniatures, and give you some tips and tricks that you're going to want to perhaps take into the future, as well as some general observations for the art of the hobby. So without further ado, let's get into it. Because my journey started somewhat innocuously. I got to the airport early. There was some hassle, but not with TSA, more just with terminals and the like, thankfully. The Spring Hill Suites Marriott room that I was stationed in was very lovely. Well maintained, some odd design choices, but nevertheless a good room. And even the Skywalk, which was connected to my floor and connected it directly to the Baird Center, Baird, B-A-I-R-D, not Bard, where I was going for the convention, was very lovely, if not existential. Here you can see Fort Wapple, a popular painting area, yet to be filled with people, mostly because this was the first day. And even at the content creator meet and greet, it felt very low-key. And especially late at night when I was out gaming with friends, it felt like it was somewhat empty but still very energetic. That would change because there were so many people. It's overwhelming. This line is just for the vendor hall. It went up 2 floors. But thankfully in the vendor hall you'll experience things like the Smash Bash booth. Absolutely love the guys heading that. Not only for their merchandise, but then also for the community that they have fostered between artists and this aesthetic. Or you'll be able to find pop-up events like in the Necromunda room, where I and my friend Adri just dug into a big old pile of random sprues and began kit bashing little guys. Here you can see my friend Adri Stea, which you can find her on Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube under that handle, kit bashing a little Inquisitor for her warband. Now, this was just like a random thing. It might not be scheduled. Most of the stuff is by word of mouth. But it will keep you from going stir crazy if you have the connections. Or as well, just walk around. Because you don't want to be like me, who is just sitting about thinking, I wonder what a metal Bigfoot miniature would taste like. And then proceed to go and eat it. Not my best moment, I was hungry.
I'm getting a divorce.
But beyond that, things that you'll find is wonderful little stalls like the Buer Games, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, which has 1490 Doom as well as Carnivore, a dinosaur game. Love the guys there. They will always have something cool. Just like how in the artist areas, which will always be very large display cases, prominently featured typically in like the front of a booth, showing off a lot of miniatures being painted, some dioramas, prints, so on and so forth. You'll find quite a bit of stuff to do, and it can be incredibly overwhelming because there's a lot of people and a lot of things you want to see. Things are moving about all the time, every single day. So when it comes to that, I would recommend having a plan in mind, going, I want to visit these booths, and spend a day or a few hours just looking at the art itself and then going to buy. Don't necessarily think about this in terms of, I guess you can call it window shopping. This is your experience. Just sit, take in the art, and then buy. Or buy and then take in the art. Don't feel pressured to have to move out of the way just because people keep on filtering through. Of course, be considerate to your fellow convention goers and to persons who also want to appreciate this gorgeous art, but do not forget that this is your experience. Take in as much detail as you want, because it always is wonderful to do so. And find booths like Monument Hobbies Minis as Art Celebration, where it will have a variety of dioramas, plinths, and individual miniatures that are all painted up to beautiful standards and really celebrate the art of the hobby, which so oftentimes goes underappreciated in our area. Here you see a few pieces that really stood out to me, mostly for their color composition, that I just wanted to highlight, because when it comes to the Minis as Art Celebration, which had this wonderful schedule to show stuff off, you'll have the opportunity to meet up with artists, I did certainly, and engage in like the broader community. And even as I wandered through the empty halls of the Skywalk, somewhat tired, I still found opportunities to paint things like what my friend Adri once again is doing, or what I myself did at Fiverr from Sugar Candy Miniatures paint and take class for Snack 28, or Jamie Dagger's own usage of a limited palette class, in which I painted this knight using only 4 colors. Now, as my spiral of madness began to really take its toll, I went down to places such as the grimdark alleyway, which at points could be loud, but will always have people that you'll find camaraderie with. I've met quite a few friends there. And in spaces where, once again, you'll find a bunch of art, you will always have people that you can gather around and talk to. Don't be afraid to talk to people. We all share this mutual hobby interest. This is our art. This is the things we really like to see. So please, don't feel bad for talking to someone. And if someone doesn't want to talk to you, that's okay. There will always be someone else. Just, don't talk at people, talk to them. Critique. Discuss how the con is going. And you will find plenty of people willing to engage with you. This is not a closed off space. This is where thousands upon thousands of people that share the same interest in you, as you want to learn, want to grow, want to speak. And even if you aren't really into the art aspect of it and are more into the gaming aspect of it, you can find plenty of things like that as well. And when I went to look at Golden Demon early in the morning before people got there, I was enamored by the amount of people who just wanted to talk about art, who wished that they could just sit there for hours upon hours talking about the beautiful colors, the way that paint was applied, the dioramas, compositions, anything and everything you could think about. Now, of course, as this is essentially a miniature gallery for minis, there was some bit of clustering, but that is to be expected. So don't feel bad, I guess you can say, if you bump shoulders with people. It's just the natural thing that's going to happen, especially when we have such small mediums that you really have to get up close into there. Like, it felt weird trying to shove people out of the way to get these recordings, but people understood when I said, "Excuse me, may I please get a recording of this?" On the whole, humanity is a wonderful species and generally understanding of one another. So if you just say, "Hey, may I please get up close to look at a miniature?" people will say, "Oh, sure, yeah," and move out. And likewise, you should extend the same courtesy to people. Now, when it comes to the convention as a whole, I love the Baird Center. It's wonderful. I wish that they had kept the dehumidification at a minimal level, because no matter how much water I drank, I was just dehydrated. So carrying a water bottle at all times and refilling it is a necessary must. You gotta have it. Especially since you're going to be walking every which way and being around so many people that the heat from everyone's bodies will just dry you up. I went with a few friends, met up with people, and spent most of my time just enjoying the company of others. And that's a totally valid thing. You don't have to sign up for all of these classes or games. You can just walk around and have a good time with people. Most all of my meetings were just me encountering folks that I knew along the way and talking with them. And you know what? That was some of the best times I've ever had. It's just going up to people and saying, I know you from Instagram, and talking. And especially when it came to art, being able to gain new perspectives is always wonderful. And creating a community and a collective with a bunch of connections is how we as artists thrive. With that being said, as my journey to AdeptiCon came to a close, and I went to the plane and read Trench Crusade and looked at all the things that I bought and questioned, why am I doing this? I then remembered, because I like it. And do you know what? I am not going to apologize for liking it. I am not going to apologize for being a nerd, for being an artist, and for enjoying the company of others. Nor should you, my friends. Live how you want to live. Do not be afraid of talking to people, even if they are larger content creators. I had talked to content creators whom I idolized in some regards, and found them to be but humble humans. And that's what it's like. We are a small enough community that you can just reach out to people and talk to them, that you can form your own sub-communities. And I find that beautiful. So, with all that, my friends, thank you for watching. Do all the YouTube stuff if you believe that I am worthy of it. May chaos reign. Bye-bye. Oh, and always remember,